Oden's Eye has come out with 2 new holiday palettes, so today I'm going to show you how to do 2 eye looks with each palette. I'm going to leave all the information you need to know about these palettes down below, but I do have a code with Oden's Eye now. It's just the code Angela to save you some money. So if you want to see me play with these new eyeshadow palettes and create 2 looks with each one, go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm going to start with the Snow Dream palette today just because I really want to use these green shades right here. I'm going to start with a fluffy packing brush in the shade Snowflake, and I'm going to start by packing that shade all over my crease. We'll see if this shade shows up at all because it is really light, and that's why I'm starting with the packing motion. Oh yeah, it's definitely pretty pastel, so this shade might work best with a white base underneath it, but I am getting it to show up a little bit on my skin. Now on the same brush, I'm going to pick up Ornament, and I'm going to pack this shade on the outer part of my lid and then also bring it into my outer crease. I think I was really excited to use these shades too because I am wearing a green shirt today and this just kind of like matches my vibes perfectly right now. So I am building up this shade a few times to get the pigment that I want. I'm going to take a short shader brush with more ornament and run that across my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take more Snowflake on the tip of that fluffy packing brush and use that to soften out the lower lash line. Now there's a couple shimmer shades in here that would look really great with this look. If you wanted to go a little more neutral, I would do something like this, but I feel like this green one just goes perfectly. Even this kind of like icy looking blue one would totally work, or this kind of more goldish one. Like, you got some options here. And there's another green. Like, you can do so many things here. I'm gonna go with the green shade Mary on my finger. This is gonna be pretty. And that's gonna go on that inner blank part of my lid. Oh, I love this color. Now I'm gonna go back to my fluffy packing brush and just kind of softly pat where that shimmer shade is meeting the matte shadows, just for a soft blend. It feels a little funny doing this like almost pastel green, kind of light springy look in November, but I'm just loving these colors right now. Now I'm gonna pick up Hugs on a pencil brush and pop that in my inner corner. Ooh, that is really pretty. Here is the first eye look all finished. I went ahead and popped on my mascara and lashes, and then I added a black liner just in my tight line and just a tiny bit of black shadow on my lash line to hide the lash band. For this lash today, I'm wearing a super natural lash. It is Minimalist by my brand, The Bright Lashes. You can probably barely tell that I'm wearing lashes just because this lash is so natural and it really mimics the look of your natural lashes. So pretty much it just makes your lashes look thicker. It doesn't necessarily make them look longer because this lash is shorter than other lashes. And here is the final eye look. I am loving these green shades. Now let's get started on the second look with the Snow Dream palette. I think I'm gonna go a little more neutral for this look. I'm gonna start with a crease brush in the shade Feast, and that's gonna go throughout my entire crease. So I'm just building up this brown shade in my crease. I have dipped back into the shade a few times, but I am liking how neutral this brown is. On the same brush, I'm going to pick up Boots, and I'm going to use that to soften the edges of Feast. I picked up more Feast on the tip of this brush, and I'm going to run that across my lower lash line. Now I'm going to pick up Magic on my finger, and I'm going to place that on my entire eyelid. I'm going to go back to my brush and do a soft blend in my crease to soften out the shimmer. I feel like this lid shade is really making my blue eye color like just pop right now. I did get quite a bit of fallout with that shade though, just wanted to point that out. Now I'm going to pick up this warm brown on a short shader brush, and I'm going to use that to deepen up my lower lash line. feel like I'm mixing warm tones and cool tones together right now, and I don't know if I like this color combo or not. I'm gonna take more of that warm brown shade and add that into my crease to kind of pull the look together. So then I have those warm tones on my crease and my lower lash line. And this shade is very, very pigmented, so you only need a little bit of it. Because I added that warm brown shade, it did kind of blend out my shimmer shade even more. So now there's like little glitters kind of all over my eye, but I don't hate that. I kind of like when a shimmer is blended out like that. Again, for this look, I'm going to take Hugs on my pencil brush and pop that in my inner corner. I do think this shade would also be gorgeous all over the lid. I went ahead and finished up this eye off camera. I did add a little bit of a brown liner just right across my lower lashes. This is Urban Decay Roach. And then for this lash, I'm wearing the Bright Lashes Vivid. And this lash is a little spiky half lash on the outer part of my eye. At first, I was not loving where this eye look is going, but I'm really glad that I added that warm brown shade into my crease because I was mixing this kind of cool tone shimmer with this warm brown. It was looking a little bit off. So by adding that warm brown to my top lid and my bottom lash line, it just kind of completes the look and wraps around the eye like that. Now that this eye look is finished, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I love this brown kind of taupey shimmer all over my lid. Now let's dig into the Hey Reindeer palette. For this first look, I know I definitely want to use these two kind of purpley shades right here. This one is a little bit more mauve-y. So I'm going to start with Reindeer on my fluffy packing brush, and that's going to go throughout my entire crease. I have dipped back into this shade a few times to build up this color. This is kind of reminding me of how that pastel green was in the other palette. So again, I think it's kind of funny I'm using these light, almost pastel kind of tones in November, which is something I normally never do. So I feel like this is kind of a different take on holiday palettes. And now I'm just lightly blending that shade back and forth in my crease with the same brush. Now I'm also going to pack Reindeer on my outer and inner lid because I am going to do a halo eye today. I would normally use a much smaller brush for getting right here in my inner lid, but because this shade is so light and it's kind of acting as my transition shade, I'm okay with using this kind of bigger brush in this area. Now once most of the product is off my brush, I'm going to start to blend around this kind of harsh line right here. Now on the same brush, I'm going to pick up Greetings, and I'm going to use this shade to define my crease even more. Oh yeah, these two shades are going to go perfectly together. I'm adding that Greetings shade to the outer part of my eye because again, I'm deepening up that halo eye. Now I am going to switch to a smaller brush for the little inner corner. This is just a small blending brush. And now I'm going to deepen up the outer part just a little bit more since I have this precise brush out. I'm just really loving how these two kind of pinky matte shades look together. They do look much more pink on the eye than purple. I hope this looks okay, but I'm going to pick up a little bit of Mistletoe and I want to see if I can intensify the outer corner even more. I almost wish this red shade was a little bit deeper, kind of more like a burgundy red or brown, but I don't know, this might kind of give me a cool effect. So I'm not going to bring this red into the crease. I'm going to keep it on my outer and inner lid, and I'm really only using a little bit of product. I'm liking that red shade a lot, so I'm going to run that across my lower lash line as well. I know that some people don't like to wear red eyeshadow because it can kind of make you look sickly depending on how you apply it, but let's see if I can wear it today without looking like I'm about to die. Alright, so I have that red all across my lower lash line and I did blend it down pretty far. Now I'm going to go back to Reindeer again on the same small blending brush and also run that across my lower lash line. And then I'm going to go back to Greetings and just kind of add that to the outer part of my lower lash line. Okay, I have my matte shades laid down. Now I want to pop one of the shimmers in the center of my lid. And this one looks like a really gorgeous duochrome, so I'm going to take Candy Canes on my finger. I don't know if you can see how shifty this shade is, but I'm so excited to put this on my eye. I don't know if all the shifts in the shade are showing up on camera. Let's see. I see like pink, yellow, green. This shade is so pretty. I kind of want to see if I can add more with a wet brush. Okay, that shade is just super fun. I'm gonna take Christmas Ham on a pencil brush and pop that in my inner corner. Ooh, this one has like a pink shift to it too. Got lots of pink going on right now. Here is this look all finished. I did add the tiniest bit of a purple eyeliner just across my lower lashes right here just to add some definition. And this is Killer Queen by Too Faced. I went ahead and popped on a half lash for this look, just right out there on the outer corner. And for that lash, I'm wearing the Bright Lashes Flirt. This is definitely a more subtle half lash, but I really wanted that glitter kind of multi-chrome shade just to really pop on my lid. But again, this is normally a color combo I would not wear in November, but I think it's kind of fun and different. Let's move on to the final look for this video. For my second look with the Hey Reindeer palette, I'm definitely going to use some of these blue shades right here, and this one down here is gorgeous. I also swatched this shade. It's kind of more like a topper, so I'm thinking of pairing these two together. I'm going to start with the shade Holly on a crease brush, and I'm going to run that throughout my entire crease. This shadow is very powdery when you pick it up, so make sure you tap off the excess so you don't get a lot of fallout on your face. I'm also going to add some of that shade to the outer part of my lid. On the same brush, I'm going to pick up Cider, and I'm going to use that to soften out the edges of Holly. Now I'm going to take Presents on my finger, and that's going to go all over my lid. I am just always so impressed with Oden's Eyes shimmers. Like, these are just stunning and are exactly how I want my shimmers to look on my eyelid. I'm going to go back to my crease brush and do a very soft blend around that shimmer. Now I could go the easy route and just do like a fully blue look, but I'm really debating on whether or not I want to add this Belle shade on top. I just feel like these could look really cool together, and then I'd want to do like this deep neutral brown on the lower lash line, or just go all blue. I think I'm gonna add this. All right, I'm just going straight for it, see if Belle's does anything. I feel like it's kind of softening the blue. I think it'll be easier to tell once I'm watching this footage, but let's just move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to take Snow Wish on a small smudge brush, and I'm going to run that across my entire lower lash line. I love how neutral this brown shade is. It is very, very dark though. I'm just going to take a clean, small, firm blending brush and soften out that brown. I need a shade to help me blend this out a little bit, but I'm not liking my options in the palette. I normally try to stick to the palette that I'm using, but I need like a light brown shade, so I'm going to take Feast from the Snow Dream palette. This makes me feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but I need a softer brown to blend out this deep one. Now I'm going to pick up Slay on my pencil brush, and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. Ooh, I love this for an inner corner highlight. I went ahead and finished up this eye. I popped a little bit of this Urban Decay eyeliner in Mushroom just right in my waterline, kind of to go with that brown shade. And then for this lash, I'm wearing the Bright Lashes Lush. I wanted a pretty glam lash today since I did do a little black wing with this look, and I feel like this look is pretty intense, so it kind of needed an intense lash. I just love how sparkly these shimmers are. Like, my eye just looks so textured and fun. I just love it. I would love to know which look is your favorite out of the 4 I created today. As always, I'm gonna link everything I used today down below, and the code Angela can save you some money at Oden's Eye. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.